we'll begin. Okay, so Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So, welcome again to our regular Thursday session. I don't know what this is doing all this beeping stuff for, but hopefully it'll stop. So I thought maybe what we discussed today, or what we look at, is the mounting crisis in everyday life. This is just layering people with more and more stress. So it's no longer a question of being able to go to work, come home, spend some time with your children or family, but it's, mother goes to work, father goes to work, whatever your family makeup is. But everyone is so consumed now with time that time has taken over to the point that it's only about survival. And as a result, you're finding more and more young children are needing more and more counseling, support, even toilet training. They say the number of children now that get to reception class that aren't toilet trained, not because the parents are ignorant, it's no one has the time. Yeah, schools, look at that. There's this tendency for kids or children not to attend school, not because their parents have taken them on holiday, even though the fine of 20 quid extra is not going to be much of a deterrent, but because the size of the classes, the resources, the the ability to access some kind of learning environment where they feel valued. Yeah, because it's just the resources are becoming more and more tight. And then you look at the health service, and we see the same degradation that's taken place there. Same degradation in the hospitals, same degradation in the medical space, same degradation in your education system. Social care, absolutely out the window. No concern about that. Yet you have people who are sitting in, like, in thousands of billions, able to afford funding wars to the tune of 100 billion. Just conceptualize that. Conceptualize that. And if you think about the state of the current economic space in the UK, like everywhere else in the developed world, what's interesting is in the so-called undeveloped world, China, India, um, uh, Far East, Middle East, things are booming. Things are, even Russia, things are booming. Yeah, things are booming. Why are they booming? Is because they're not spending this amount of money on fueling wars. That's the difference. The money that's being used, just the kind of inhumanity of it. On one side, you have human beings, absolutely desperate survival state. On the other side, you're funding and providing arms to destroy other human beings. So, is this really a human agenda that we're in? Sooner or later, we have to come to that understanding, have to come to that comprehension that the world that we are in at this moment, no, not the world, those who are in charge, particularly of the developed world, and by that I mean USA, UK, Europe, those countries, which are absolutely hell-bound to ensure that the violence and the destruction continues while the countries degrade. Yeah? However, the good news behind all of this is, as the heat, the flame gets closer to you, as the fire gets closer to you, you respond once the heat gets close. And the heat has now got close. You've got farmers protest throughout the world, certainly throughout the developed world, yeah, and the developing world. Why? Because the corporation's trying to take over the land. Yep, that's all it is. So it's really interesting to note how this process of trying to control on one side is responding or creating the response where individuals or farmers are taking control, some control, and are resisting. So you asked the question, where do we see ourselves in 12 months' time? I think we will look back in 12 months' time and we will not believe the world as it has changed. We will not believe it. We will not comprehend it. Now, what does that mean? Well, as we move on, as you see the corruption, the blatant corruption by your political system, as you become more and more aware of it, by the medical system, by the pharmaceutical system, as it becomes more and more apparent, a new way of living begins to evolve, and this becomes irrelevant. So the government authority, so we're moving into this phase, this energy, this moment, where remember back in the day, maybe 15, 20 years ago, your bank manager was one of the most respected jobs you could have. Today, the guys can't walk down the street. The same is with politicians. So they're becoming irrelevant. Illusion of authority is disappearing, that these people are in charge. As a result, because once this illusion moves, people take control of their own way of living. So the good news out of all of this is, where do we end up? We end up in communities, we end up with people seeking spiritual solace because everything else has betrayed them. Everything else has betrayed them. We spoke about this a year ago. The energy of betrayal will start to grow. And we are finding every one of them, every single one, pensions betrayed, aftercare betrayed, schooling betrayed, education betrayed, health betrayed, every single way. But I guarantee you one thing, go and look at the share portfolios each and one of these people hold and see if they got poorer as you got poorer. And you will find that ain't the case. That ain't the case. So what does that do? Well, pitchforks, revolution. And the revolution comes when you say, enough is enough, not putting up with this, not putting up with this. People are accountable. All this nonsense about politicians not feeling safe. Well, if you're doing your bloody job, you wouldn't worry about it. But when you're funding, standing up to carnage, massacring kids at a rate that's incomprehensible, and you think you're not accountable. No, it doesn't. I'm afraid humanity will not allow this because we're all hardwired. We're hardwired for compassion. We're hardwired to care, right? Until you come out of your flight fright response, this doesn't grow, which is why we're so suppressed, so capped on the edge. So things become tighter and tighter. So you're in the flight fight response because if you're in that response, you cannot see outside. Hence, meditation, mindfulness, even some other methods that people use to try and step out of the survival mode so you can see what's happening. But the good, as I say, keep saying, the good news in all of this is pain, suffering makes you grow. And it makes you grow because you do not want to. There's one or two ways. Okay? So when we come across pain, suffering of any sort, there's one of two ways you deal with it. 90% of the people in the world will want to forget it. You want to distract yourself from it. So how do you distract yourself from it? Well, you can intoxicate yourself with anything. Watch nonsense TV, spend hours on your phone, um, alcohol, substance, whatever it is, money. If I have a little bit more money, then I will not be as whatever they feel, this existential suffering. Yeah, those who don't have any are desperate to have them. Those who have are desperate to hold on. Yeah, so either way, they're in the states of anxiety. So as we move more and more into this energy of where survival energy is being replaced from of not survival to keep yourself going and trying to maintain jobs, but saying, okay, how can I take care of myself? Well, meditation, qigong, good food. Make sure everyone, this would be, make sure that you have access to food. Yeah, with the farmers, the way things are going, if there's any disruption in the supply chain, then in 6 months' time, 3 months' time, you're thinking of a different, where do you go? Maybe it's not Tesco's, right? So it's those kind of practical things that make now are the time to prepare for. So we can make use of where we are. Going back, so what do you hold on to as this betrayal energy becomes more and more evident? The revolution is started and it'll take care of itself. Individuals need to control and maintain some level of control on their health. And out of this betrayal energy from everywhere, comes this need to hold on to something. And what do we hold on to when everything else goes? What do you hold on to? People normally reach out to religion. Yeah. Because when you can't hold on to anything, you hold on to this imaginary God. Yeah. Where somewhere along the line who's going to hold you. And I call imaginary God not because I deny divinity. I deny the illusion of what you think it is. Right? So it's not that I deny divinity, I deny the illusion of what you think it is. So as a result, you will find that there's a whole range of offers, spiritual offers that'll come on your way. Yeah, all these mystics and gurus and life coaches are going to just pop up because people are desperate. People are desperate to find meaning, and you will not find meaning through someone else. Never. You will only find meaning by those who are enabled you to go within yourself, because the meaning lies within you, not outside of you. So if you wanted a criteria, those who haven't walked the walk, those who can't know, those who don't know about their own inner space, cannot educate you about their inner space. So in this time of turmoil, in this time of change, yeah, 12 months from now, we'll look back and we'll see life was very, very different in March 2024 as we see it now, because it ain't going to be this in 12 months. I think the paradigm change is so significant, which is why we've been doing this stuff now for 3 years. Because the change, it's traumatic. And through constant working, meditation, a little bit of information, meditation, information, we maintain some level of a handle on the implication of the stress, so you don't come up with a post-traumatic stress disorder when this finishes, and it will finish, and the finish will probably be around 2026, 27. So we've got a couple of more years of this shake, rattle, and roll until things settle down, and we have different ways of different monetary system, not based on your digital currencies, but on your cryptocurrencies, different ways of living, more sustainable living, communal living, where we might value half a dozen people living in a big house who are unrelated than nuclear families everywhere, because it's more sustainable. Yeah. So we are going towards a communal world. We are going towards a world which is more based on a kind of a tribal system, but not with the same understanding of tribes, right? Where people who are able to work together, live together, and able to sustain one another. So you can find homeschooling there, you can find teaching there, you can find education, health there, which is why all these things are erupting, natural health centers, homeopathy, acupuncture, all the different modalities which are taking it away from the current system, because the current system can't cope with it. So where will we end up? No matter what words we use, it's like 2 years ago, if we asked ourselves, where will we be in 2024? We wouldn't have been able to work it out. Yeah, because the concept is just so different. Even, pre-COVID, lockdown, and now. And the same is true for the next 12 months, and the same is true for the following next month. Then I think we have some stability, yeah, as we move along. And throughout all of this, The only thing I can really say to you, the only thing you can hold on to is yourself. You find that peace within yourself, you find that little stability in yourself, just keep going back to it, keep going back to it, keep going back to it. And if you're fortunate enough to come across the teachings of wisdom to do with mantras and to do with this kind of stuff, then that's the other thing you hold on to. Because ultimately, the only thing that you can hold on to is that which has the form of formlessness and also has the form of form. Yeah, because divinity exists in these two parts, formless and form. Sound, when you acquire it within yourself, is formless. But you, through your intention, create the form. Yeah. Hence, mantra is the formless that becomes the form. Make sense? Yeah. 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 Kind of. Okay. Just about. Okay. So we'll go through our meditation. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go through our meditation as usual. So again, we enter our space with the question, what do I find within myself when I close my mind? When I close my eyes. So you, as usual, close your eyes. Straighten your back. And you pull your shoulders back a little bit. Tuck your chin in slightly. And as you draw your breath in, begin to notice your body itself, your posture, and a quick scan from the top of your head using a hula hoop that moves down, scanning the top of your head all the way down. And all you're looking for is sensations that are dominant. So this could be a pain, an ache, a tightness, an itch. And if you notice anything that draws your attention, all you need to do is locate it. No commentary, no judgment. And notice if there's anything within yourself that's dominant. So if maybe there's a feeling, a sensation, or a thought. So you notice what's in your mind, if anything in particular. And if you're able to assess how you're feeling. And we'll just use two words, settled, unsettled. Are you in dukh? Are you in sukh? Are you in suffering? Are you in non-suffering? Next breath in, you bring your focus down now to the seat you're on. And you allow yourself to relax so the seat can hold you. You're not going to go anywhere. Notice you're supported. Notice there are sensations where the seat makes contact with your body. As you breathe in, you bring your focus up, scanning your hips. On your breath out, you bring this focus down your thighs towards your knees. From your knees, you move down towards your ankles. Notice your feet, and then you notice the soles of your feet. Next breath in, you bring your focus back to the seat you're on. Notice how you're held in place. And then as you breathe in, you bring your focus from your lower back, gently moving up towards the middle back. From the middle back, you bring your focus up towards your shoulder blades. And then notice your shoulders. From your shoulders, you move your focus down towards your elbows. From your elbows, you move your down to your wrists. Notice the palms of your hands. And then notice the fingers on your hands. Holding your focus at your fingers as best as you can. Next breath in, you bring your focus towards your eyes. And you begin to notice what you have awareness of. Perhaps it's darkness, the back of your eyelids, thoughts. Spend some time recognizing awareness. What do you have awareness of right now? And then as you breathe out, you allow your eyes to soften. Next breath in, bring your focus towards your mouth. Scanning your upper lip, scanning your lower lip, and then gently moving your focus within your mouth. Notice the sensations on the roof of your mouth, on the inside cheeks, bringing your focus to your tongue and allowing it to soften, allowing your jaw to soften, allowing your face to soften. And then as you breathe out, you allow your face to soften. Next breath in, once again becoming aware of your body as best as you can. Any dominant sensation, notice where it is. And then gently bringing your focus just beneath your nose, and you begin to watch your breath. Now that you've checked your body, you can focus on your breath. Watching the in-breath moving, watching the out-breath move out. Stay with your breath. When you find you've been distracted by a thought, a sound, a noise, notice the distraction, bring your focus back to your breath. Next breath in, bring your focus now to your inner space. Notice what's going on within you. What's happening within your mental space. Do you feel alert or do you feel drowsy? And then gently bringing your focus to your chest. Notice the movement of your chest in relation with your breath. Breath moves in, the chest expands. As the chest relaxes, the breath moves out. Hold your focus at your chest. Stay with your chest. Now gently moving your focus a bit deeper into yourself. Right at your very heart center. your inner sanctuary. Hold your focus. And as you hold your focus in this deep space, at your very heart center, begin to notice how you're actually feeling. Not what you're thinking, but how does the heart feel at this moment? Your very inner space. Do you feel settled? Does it feel peaceful? Or does it feel unsettled? On your next breath out, open your awareness to all the sounds around you. Not thinking about the sounds, not trying to work them out, not judging them. Just listening. Passive listening. Notice there are sounds which are close to you, and there are sounds which are further away from you. Listening. Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose and begin to watch your breath. Using your breath as an anchor. Notice the in breath moving in, notice the out breath moving out. Begin to follow your out breath all the way till the end. And as you do so, you can allow your body to soften a little bit more. Give yourself the permission to be present, absorbed in the moment of now. Nothing else matters. Your focus on your breath, following your breath all the way till the end. Stay with your breath, following your out breath all the way till the end, getting deeper and deeper into the moment of now. Notice how your breath feels now. Notice if your breath has a sound. Listening to the in breath, listening to the out breath as best as you can. Try and listen to the in breath, try and listen to the out breath. And once again, on your next breath out, open your awareness to all the sounds around you, including the sound of your breath. And we move from the present moment to simply presence, listening, present to all the sounds, noises, no judgment, just listening. Notice the silence at the end of the bell. Bring your focus to the quality of your experience. If you feel peace, focus on the peace. If you feel calm, focus on the calmness, allowing every cell in your body to experience the same. Gently bringing your focus just beneath your nose, sitting with your breath in silence. Again, notice the quality of your experience. Notice what's going on with you right this moment. On your next breath out, expanding your awareness to include your whole body once again. Notice if there's any discomfort in the body. Bringing your focus to the seat you're on. Notice you're still held in place. Sensations where the seat contacts your body. And then using those sensations, you move your focus up to your hips, down your thighs towards your knees, scanning your lower legs towards your ankles, and then notice your feet, and then notice the soles of your feet. And hold your focus there for a short while. Bringing your focus back to the seat. Notice the back is straight and upright. Shoulders, arms, hands are relaxed, comfortable. Eyes are still closed, mouth is still closed, and your face is relaxed. Bringing your focus to your breath. And now, as the breath comes in, you can sense your body. As the breath goes out, you can sense your body. Breathing in, you sense your body. Breathing out, you sense your body. Breathing in, you feel calm. Breathing out, you feel calm. Just take a moment, simply the intention to smile. And when you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw a few slow, deep breaths in. And in your own good time, gently opening your eyes.